good evening. Wherever and whenever you're tuning in, thank you and welcome to the latest episode of the Blue Collar Connoisseur Club podcast. As you can see today, we are doing a wine episode. So this isn't just any wine episode, this is an Aldi wine episode. I know that sounds like another brand's TV adverts, but bear with me on this one. So, we all know Aldi like to play a bit fast and loose with their branding. So, wine isn't an exception with Aldi. As you can see here, we do have a range of wines. Now, this wine is called the Reprobates. As you can see further into the episode when we do have a wee look at the labels, they are very loosely based on the brand 19 Crimes. So this range of wine is produced, like I say, is called the Reprobates. It's produced for Aldi, and these normally retail per bottle between about £7 and £9 a bottle, which is probably about kind of average price these days for a bottle of wine. Now, the Reprobates first appeared in Aldi in 2021 with a Grenache Shiraz blend from Australia, more notably from South Australia. So a lot of these wines will come from South Australia. So since its first release, the range has adapted from one single offering to a nice range of different wines, as well as boxed wines, and also now comes in cans as well very recently. Now, similar to 19 Crimes, each different style does depict its own characters. So we do have this one, which is a Chardonnay. Then we do have a sparkling white, which has got obviously a different character on it. We will come on to this one later on. This is one of the Halloween kind of October limited edition bottles. This is one that we're going to be focusing on. And just like a wee bit like 19 Crimes, as you can see, this one here is more based on the Snoop Dogg Cali Red. But again, we'll go into the labels in a wee bit more detail very shortly. Now, like I say, we are going to be looking at the limited edition one a wee bit more, kind of, as we go, and we'll be doing the tasting on that one as well. So, this is a Coonabarra limited edition, which a lot of them will be Coonabarra, but there is a couple of other ones. So, first of all, we've got the Coonabarra limited edition sparkling white, which is a Brut sparkling, which again comes from Australia. So the Reprobates Brut sparkling comes from the Riverina GI region, which is an area of New South Wales. So, New South Wales, for those that don't know, I did have to actually look this up myself, is in the southeastern area of Australia, which obviously New South Wales is a state. Now, New South Wales state's capital is Sydney, so that just kind of gives you a bit of an idea of where New South Wales was if you're not too sure on Australian geography. Now, this sparkling white that we do have here is quite a nice bottle, nicely shaped, nice label. Comes in at 11% volume, and it's classed as a dry sparkling wine. Now, the style is described as complex and fresh, with lemon and brioche flavours. Apparently, it's good to pair with canopies and oysters, if that's your thing, to pair wine with food. I know some people really enjoy it and can get a wee bit pedantic about it. So moving on, next we have a 2022 edition of the Beachfront California Red, which is the kind of Snoop Dogg inspired, with the dog, the hood, and the kind of Cali Red kind of looking label. Now, this is a full-bodied red wine, and it comes with smooth, full-bodied and smooth red wine with flavours of blackberries and spices, and that comes with a label strength of 12.5%. This is described as being paired with pizza, steak. I'm possibly going to pair this with some Wagyu burgers later on, but we'll see. And this is one of the ones that's a wee bit different from the rest. This one actually comes from California instead of Australia, whereas the rest come from Australia. Like I say, like we discussed earlier, we've got the Coonabarra Chardonnay, which is your white wine offering. Comes with a kind of frosted bottle. It's actually got quite a nice wee fingerprint mark on the neck label. Again, the Chardonnay that comes from southeastern Australia. This is a medium dry and rich Chardonnay with flavours of white peach, melon and honey. Pairing suggestions would be smoked salmon and salads, and a wee step up from the other two that we've looked at. This also comes in at 13% volume. So what we'll do is we'll now look at the Coonabarra Shiraz Cabernet Sauvignon. This limited edition one that I've been looking forward to trying. So our main tasting for today will be the Coonabarra Shiraz Sauvignon. It's a 2024 limited edition, released in October, 2024, with a glow-in-the-dark label. So this is where it does get a wee bit more interesting. So just like 19 Crimes have been doing for the last couple of years, they have released the glow-in-the-dark label. So what we'll do is, we do have the standard label here, and as I'm talking, I did manage to actually get a picture, quite comically, of the label as it's with the glow in the dark. So that involved a few blankets, dog jumping on my back, and it would have been a comedy sight to try and see it. So now, it does actually change the full complex of the label. So it starts off with the man holding the sign and the Coonabarra label. Now in the dark, as you can see, it does totally change. So as you can see here, this is the label when it's dark. We managed to get a picture of it. So as you can see, it turns from the man into a skeleton, and the Coonabarra also actually changes along the top. The name actually glows in the dark with a slightly different kind of play on the name. So this is a medium bodied and soft red. Again, just like the rest, apart from the California one, comes from southeastern Australia. And this is so far the highest percentage one at 14% volume. Now, if you're working on unit wise, this would give it 10.5 units per bottle and 1.8 units per 125 milliliter glass. So yeah, since we're looking at the kind of Shiraz Cabernet Cabernet Sauvignon. Eventually, it's been one of those days. Now, on the back of the label, the back label, it does give you a lot of different information. So it does give you things like your style, your flavours, and what kind of things is good to pair it with. So on this label, before we do the tasting, as I said, it's a medium bodied and soft style. Flavours of berries and chocolate. And it does say to pair it with some hearty stews. Now the label, again, the description, they have kept it with that kind of Halloween theme. So on the writing on the label, it says a devilishly delicious Australian blend, creating a scarily smooth, medium-bodied red. Blood red berry aromas are complemented by toothsome tannins and oak-aged notes of vanilla and chocolate. Frighteningly fruity and perfectly balanced. So again, they've kind of put a lot of thought into the label and some of the wordings on the label. So this bottle, again, it'll tell you that this comes with 6 servings. So you should get about 6 glasses of wine out of this. Myself, I won't finish this bottle. I will maybe have 2 bottles, and then when the good lady gets in from work today, she will probably be quite happy to finish it. So, moving on. Disappointingly for me, because I've got a nice wee collection of them, these come with screw caps. Don't come with corks, which for the wee home decoration display that I'm doing, I can't really put screw caps in it. I need corks. So, and it does actually, even just in the bottle, smells lovely. Now, you could choose to decant this into a carafe and let it air. Generally really good with older vintages and certain older wines, and in fact just certain wines in general do benefit from having it decanted into a carafe. But I'll maybe actually do an episode on the pros and cons of decanting wine into a carafe, because you can ruin wine as well as enhance it. So you've got to be very careful and very delicate with it and make sure that you are doing it properly. It's okay just to decant it in the carafe just to make it look fancy, but there's no point in doing it if you're actually going to ruin the wine. So we have a nice glass of wine. Nice dark colour. Almost looks like, I'm going to say kind of like a dark kind of black currant diluting juice. The colour does kind of stay kind of on the glass slightly as it's swirling about. It's leaving a nice wee, almost like a kind of oil slick of the black currant, and it has got a very nice fresh summer smell to it. Really smell the berries coming through. That's kind of my main smell that I can smell, is that kind of summer berry smell. On the palate, very smooth going down. It's not got that kind of winey afterburn that you sometimes get off some bottles. Very fruity, really fruity actually. Get a lot of different layers of fruit in there. Would actually be, to be fair, a really nice bottle of wine. From the Reprobates. I'll go on that. This is the first time I've actually tried this Reprobates wine, and it is actually very, very nice. So, like I say, these come from Aldi. You'll see them kind of along that kind of wine shelf at the kind of, well, my Aldi store, kind of at the back of the store. They do normally have quite a good selection. Like I say, they've now started to do these in boxes and in cans as well as the bottles as well. I've noticed a couple of the cans. I think there's like a rosé and stuff like that that you can get in wee kind of baby cans, and your boxes of wine as well. I've noticed that in the store a couple of times as well. Now, obviously, we'll keep an eye on any other developments, and we'll maybe do a wee update episode with one of the other bottles, and we'll kind of look into them a wee bit more, especially if Aldi continue and develop the range a bit more and see what kind of different ideas that they kind of can come up with. Now, I will match this up probably in a few weeks with a 19 Crimes episode, and we'll possibly do kind of like a side-by-side comparison between the two. I'll pick, at the end of the 19 Crimes episode, I'll kind of pick one of the 19 Crimes bottles, one of the Reprobates bottles, and we'll maybe spend a wee 5 minutes and we'll just go through the kind of likenesses, the differences, and see where that kind of sits. But apart from that, that's pretty much us done for the Reprobates. I hope you have enjoyed it. I'm hoping to try and do some more wine-based episodes, and we'll maybe go into some of the wee bit more in detail about the wine varieties. Not so much the growing, because different places I'll tell you different things, but possibly some of the different wine varieties, the grape varieties that are used within these. The kind of, yeah. So we'll pick some wines and we'll kind of go into them, have a wee look at a wee bit more of the grape varieties. I've only not really done that with this episode because there's quite a few different bottles in the range. So, but apart from that, yeah, we're hoping to get back out on the road as well. Tried to do a couple of episodes on the road that didn't quite work out how we hoped, so learned a wee bit from that, and hopefully in the future we can get some on the road episodes. We're hoping to do some football club visits with their hospitalities and the kind of social side of supporting kind of sports teams. Possibly, yeah, don't want to give away too much, but we do have small bits and pieces on the go. So yeah, if you're looking for a wee bottle of wine, you're in Aldi. Obviously other retailers are available and other brands are available as well. I would highly recommend trying the Reprobates red wine. Like I say, very fruity, very pleasant to go down. And that's pretty much us for today. Hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, give us a like, give us a share. The podcast is on Spotify, it is on YouTube. You can follow us on X and Instagram, and X, Instagram, YouTube. Give us a like and a share. TikTok as well, actually, yeah, we're on TikTok as well, Blue Collar Connoisseur Club. Just, again, follow our social medias for updates. We'll be hopefully trying to be a wee bit more present on social media again, so give us your thoughts, give us your opinions, let us know what you would like us to look at, if there's anywhere you would like us to go, anywhere you'd like us to visit, and we'll see what we can try and piece together for you. And apart from that, thank you, have a lovely evening. Remember to drink responsibly. Don't drink and drive. And yeah, have fun, enjoy, and to all you wine lovers out there, give the Reprobates a wee try.